Greetings, fellow capsuleers, and welcome back to the Nth Dimension, the spacefaring hub where we unveil the concealed intricacies of EVE Online. I'm Nth, and today we're diving into the shadows to reveal 5 more hidden features that could redefine your gameplay. So grab your favorite ship and let's embark on a journey through the unseen depths of New Eden. But before we activate cloaks and warp drives, make sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell, because you won't want to miss any of this juicy content. Now, on to number 1. Alright, so our first tip is one that I personally didn't know for the longest time. Now that I know it, I do feel a little bit silly about it. But what it is that there's no indication that someone is targeting you. The yellow box means that they have targeted you successfully. It's completed. And then the red box obviously is that they are attacking or aggressing you. So this is pretty easy to show. We got 2 clients here, one in the top, one on the side. We're gonna go ahead and target our top client, and it'll take about 15 seconds to complete. But as you can see in the top client, there is no yellow box until we finish our targeting in like 3, 2, 1. Now you see the yellow box appear, and that is when you have completed your targeting. Hopefully everyone noticed this one, even though I know they don't. So now you do, and we can all feel a little bit foolish together. All right, on to number 2. So number 2 is going to be pretty short and sweet. This one is for Industrialists. So say you're making something like, I don't know, a Loki, right? And you're looking at all your components and you're like, oh, what do I need to make these metal fluorine platings? You click into it and you're like, oh, I need all these other things. But now that you're here, how do you go back to where you were so you can check out on all those other components? You could just search the blueprint, right? And then bring it back up. And now you're back here. Or you could do something amazing and take your mouse like this, and it's got some buttons on the side, the backwards and forwards buttons, and you could click them and it'll do just that. It's amazing. This really changed my life as an industrialist. If you happen to have a mouse that doesn't have those buttons for one reason or another, or you're using them, you can also use these very tiny little icons in the top right, where you can go previous and next, like so. If that doesn't work for you as well, you can actually change these bindings in your settings as well, but they're great. You should keybind things because it makes it a lot more efficient. So hopefully that will revolutionize your industry lifestyle. And let's go on to number 3. This tip's for all my fleet folk out there. If you'd fly in a lot in fleets, you'll be pretty familiar with broadcasting and how important it is. But it can also be a little confusing or weird to know exactly how you do all your broadcast. It can also be a little bit annoying to like do it in here, however you do it here. So what I like to do is there is a very cool bound key that you can use. It's called a broadcast radial menu. You can find it in your general shortcuts. I bound mine to Z, and this lets me have all of my broadcast in an easy to access radial menu. So I just hold down Z in space, I right click to bring up the menu, and then I can just select shield, armor, capacitor. Say I need to broadcast for some shields, easy peasy. And it is also contextual. So if I hold down Z on this Fortizar, for example, I'll get different options. So I'll be able to warp to, align to, target instead of the other things. So yeah, that just makes it all compact and super easy. I find this helps me a lot, and I never have issues broadcasting quickly when I need to. Yeah, so let's go on to number 4. Alright, but before we continue on, let's go ahead and take a moment here. If you're liking this video, make sure you hit that like button. It really helps our analytics. Go ahead and leave a comment down below as well. I guess what's your favorite trick in this video? It'll be a good comment. And also, if you're really enjoying this and want to see more of this kind of video, or just videos on my channel in general, hit that subscribe button and ring that little bell so that you're notified when our newest stuff comes out. Alright, with that out of the way, let's get right back into the video. Alright, so this one is actually also for my fleet folk out there. You get 2 tips. I hope you're happy. This one is about Watchlist. So say you have a big old fleet and you need to add a lot of people to Watchlist, and it can be pretty tedious to add them one by one. So how do we streamline this whole thing, right? So we got our Watchlist up here, and it's pretty simple to do. You just click in your member list of your fleet, you hit Control A for select all. You use select all in a lot of different things. This actually does select all the names here, and then you just drag all the names at once over to your watch list. And then from here you can kind of, order and color and do all that cool watch list stuff as well. As a little bonus tip for here as well, say you have a channel, let's call it local. In this case it's not local because I'm a wormhole, but we have some people that are in fleet and some people that are not. You can still just Control A, move them all over here. And as you can see, like, all these portraits are coming over here. But obviously, because only people in your fleet can be in your watch list, it's only going to move those people. So say you need to quickly watch list all the people in your local because you're in a local engagement. That's a really quick and easy way to do it. Then you have, your watch list. Hope that was helpful. Hopefully that saves time and saves lives and kills the other guys, the baddies. And let's go ahead and move on to number 5. Alright, you've made it. Number 5. Let's go. This one is useful for abyssals and maybe PvP or PvE. It could be useful in a lot of situations. This one's for the multi-boxers out there. And what it is that when you're in a fleet, say you got one major command ship, your leader, right? And you have 2 other ships, like in the case of frigate abyssals, and you want those ships to quickly anchor on you. How do you do it? You could switch over to your other clients and then do the anchoring command. Or you could click one simple button, and as you see here, it says regrouping. And then we got our little, in this case, capsules orbiting us, and that will pretty much be anchoring us when we are in motion. How do we do this? I'm so glad you asked. It's called a keybind. So another hidden little keybind that Eve has is that in the navigation shortcut area, there is an option of fleet regroup. You can just bind this to a key. Simple as. And then you can be flying around, and whenever you need your fleet to regroup on you, you just click that key. It works for even if you're not multi-boxing, maybe you're playing with maybe a little less experienced players. If you're in a big newbie fleet and you need everyone to quickly anchor on you, you can do it this way, and it works just like a charm. And with that, we've made it through our 5 tips for this episode. Hopefully you found something new and exciting to enhance your Eve gameplay, and I will see you guys next time on episode 6.